So I've had an email from a lady in HR about my dress attire for work. Apparently it's inappropriate. I don't think it's too bad.
She looks like she's about to go clubbing. Let's see. HR called her in. Let's see how that went.
Okay, so today is the day. I've got my meeting with Paula, help me. So I'm basically in a blazer, so she can't be mad. Or can she? It is low cut. Who cares? Let's see what she says.
I must admit, I'm slightly disappointed seeing how you're dressed today.
Okay.
Following on from the email.
I did speak to Matt and he said there was no issue.
Right, well, I haven't spoken to Matt. Really, I don't think he was in a position to say what he did. We do need to address this issue because we are having comments from other members of staff.
I don't think that's my fault if I'm distracting other members of staff. That's not on me, Paula. That's kind of on them.
The comments I've had that you're begging attention.
Okay. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, noted.
Are you going to do anything differently?
Sure, guess I will go shopping this weekend. Thank you very much for your time, I suppose.
Okay, let's start with her line. It's not my fault if I'm distracting the men. The implication, of course, is that it's men's fault for looking. She has no accountability whatsoever. This is a very common tactic from modern women. Like, hey, I'm doing what I do. Don't blame me for the way that you react. It's interesting that women want that standard to be applied when they're the ones acting provocatively. But think about all of the rules that men are expected to follow that have to take into account a woman's reaction. Men are never allowed to trigger fear or discomfort in women, even if it's unintentional. Don't walk too close behind a woman. Don't make prolonged eye contact. Don't comment on her appearance. Don't do this or that or anything. Doesn't matter if your intentions are completely innocent. You need to take into account how a woman might feel. It doesn't matter what you meant by your action. What matters is how she experienced it. Okay, but what? When the roles reverse, the standards just completely change? A woman can dress provocatively. She can make sexual comments. She can be flirtatious. But if you respond, you find that distracting. Oh, well, that's your reaction. That's not my fault. It's not really surprising, sadly, because women are just never encouraged to take into account the men's experience. It doesn't occur to women like, oh, I wonder if I'm making the men uncomfortable. That's just how it is in modern gender dynamics. Responsibility just flows in one direction. And many men believe this myth that women will dress this way in like a workplace just because she wants to feel confident. She just likes feeling beautiful. She's doing it for herself. And while sometimes that might be true, to assume that that's always the case is to miss the deeper pattern of female psychology, which is that it's not just about being desired, it's about wielding desire. Do you understand that for women, beauty is a form of social leverage? And women know it. They're conscious of this. They use it. You need to stop thinking of female beauty as something that a woman just has and start realizing that her beauty is something that she uses. She doesn't just absorb attention, she steers it. If you think that women are unaware of the impact that they are having, then you are missing the game that she's playing. This is about power, and lots of men don't understand that because men and women's experience of power is very different. Like if you think about the ways that a man might exercise power over a woman, it's going to be reasonably straightforward out in the open. You know, he's got finances, he's got physical strength, things like that. For women, it looks very different. It's a lot more subtle. The power of sexual allure, the power of rejection, social shaming, accusations, things like that. But just because a woman's expression of power is not as overt as a man's, don't underestimate a woman's strength. The fact that you can't see it coming often makes it more potent. And when a woman is wearing revealing outfits to the office, she is absolutely making a power move. And the source of her power is deniability, attention, her sexuality, and her power over rejection. I'm going to explain these because it's going to help you understand the way that women think and help you comprehend the way that women relate to their own power, the way that they think about it. But really quickly, I just want to thank you guys because I recently clocked over 400,000 subscribers. Thank you. I'm very proud. Thank you for your support. And to express my gratitude, I have a gift for you. It's completely free. I've been working on it for about 3 months. The guys on Patreon have been helping me like pressure test it. What it is a custom GPT that has been trained to mimic my worldview, my psychology, my understanding of gender dynamics. I trained it using transcripts from my videos, and I've been making adjustments over the months to improve it. A lot of people found that the AI chatbots, they don't really understand things from a men's perspective. They're too feminist or whatever. This is designed to give guys an alternative. So if you've got relationship issues, you want to talk through something, consider using the Alexander Grace custom GPT. Completely free. Give it a try. I hope that it's helpful. My way of saying thank you. There's a link to it down below if you want to try it out. All right, back to the video. Okay, let's talk about deniability first, where a woman knows what she's doing, but she has plausible deniability. You're not allowed to point it out. Like here, you've got a woman who is showing off all the outfits that she wears to her office job throughout the week. And she's clearly chosen outfits that are designed to draw the eye, to bring her attention. I mean, it's obvious what she's doing, but she has the power of deniability. Everyone knows what she's doing, but you're not allowed to say it. And that's her power, because she's not explicitly saying, I want to be viewed in a sexual way. She's not explicitly saying, I want male attention. The way she's dressing is clearly inviting that, but it's a trap, and that trap gives her power, because if you respond to it as a man, then you're creepy. If you name what she's doing, you're sexist. And if you try and ignore it, she's still winning, because that has required conscious effort on your part. You're still thinking about it. It's like the woman said in the first TikTok clip. It's that, well, if other people are noticing, that's their reaction. It's not my problem. The cultural messaging of our society reinforces this and makes women feel like they are immune from critique. And that's a powerful position to be, because she gets the thrill of being the center of attention, of having everybody thinking about her, noticing her, without any of the accountability that would come along with that, because she can always just deny that that's what she wanted. You see, her power is not just in being seen, but in knowing that you are not allowed to say what it is that you're seeing. But of course, there is just good old-fashioned attention. Of course, that's what she wants.
Guys, this outfit is making me want an office job so badly. Like, this office siren aesthetic is incredible. It's making me feel pretty powerful. POV, me walking past your desk like, oops, I just dropped my pencil. It's amazing.
Women, man, they're just a different species. This outfit is so cute. It makes me want to get an office job. I cannot relate to this mindset. But this is her fantasy, right? Like, she wants to walk past people's desk. She wants to bend over and pick up pencils, because she knows dressed like that, she's going to get a lot of attention. And attention is power, and women like feeling powerful. Don't think for a moment that women are unaware of the impact that they're having on the room. They think about it constantly. They plan for it. If she's wearing like a tight outfit like that and everyone's attention just like shifts over to her, then she can sense that she's having an emotional influence of the people around her. And her own power is like intoxicating. She loves it. And it has a bunch of practical benefits too, because people are going to be like eager to please her. They're going to want her approval because they can sense that she's powerful. Women who dress like that in corporate environments, they're going to be shielded from consequences. People are going to be willing to do them favors. This is the feminine approach. I know it's difficult as a man to understand, but she doesn't need to take control to be in control. Just knowing that she's having an influence over the men, that they have noticed her, that they are aware of her, and influence over the women too. Even if they're jealous and hating, it's all attention. It all feeds her power. What she has done is brought a sexual energy to a professional environment, and that is a source of power. Not just because of the attention, but because everybody knows that an office environment should not be sexual, which means all the men who have noticed how she's dressing, they're all going to be self-critical. They're all going to feel guilty, and that plays to her benefit. That's power for her. Do you remember when she said this?
I did speak to Matt and he said there was no issue.
Right, well, I haven't spoken to Matt. Really, I don't think he was in a position to say what he did.
She actually took a video of that interaction with this Matt guy. So let's watch that.
Hi Matt, can I have a quick chat? Are you free?
She can, darling, yeah.
Okay, basically, I had an email from Paula this morning basically saying she's not happy with what I'm wearing to work. It's like distracting.
What was she referring to?
I mean, like this dress was like an example.
I think it's appropriate work attire.
Okay, well that's the main issue, I guess.
Guess it's distracting. I mean, what could possibly be inappropriate about what I'm wearing? And of course, she went to a man to get his approval because men are not supposed to have opinions about women's clothes. Men have been trained for decades to make no comment on female appearance or female behavior or choices. She chose Matt, a man specifically, to talk to because she knows that from the culture, he's going to feel pressured to just agree with her. I mean, what are his options really? Like, think this through. If he says, well, yes, it's a bit inappropriate, then she's going to say, well, why is it inappropriate? You know, go on, say it. I dare you, say it. And if he says, well, it's tight around your body, we can see the shape of your body and, you know, it's a bit revealing of your breasts and butt or whatever, then she's like, okay, so you're looking at my body? He's essentially would have to confess to noticing something which he's not allowed to notice. He's not meant to be sexually aroused. You know, she can dangle herself in front of him knowing that he's not allowed to have any kind of response about it, even if it's obvious that that's what she wants. This is the power that she has over men. It's the very typical female power that capitalizes on male guilt. He has a normal, natural response, but he feels guilty about it. And she can use that guilt to get what she wants. You know, she would love to put him in that position. Watching him squirm and be uncomfortable, she walks away from that interaction feeling high on her own power. Maybe things will improve in the decades to come, but right now, it is just not safe for a man to make any comment whatsoever. And bravo to HR Paula, you know, for actually saying something. And that's what it's going to take. Women are going to need to police other women in this regard because a man, he just can't. And God forbid, as a man, you don't understand the intricacies of the game being played here. And you just become a pawn in this whole scheme. Because an ordinary guy would be forgiven for seeing the way that she's dressed, seeing the way that she's behaving and thinking, all right, like this woman, she's like flirtatious, she's got this sexual energy. I guess she must be up for it. Let me go talk to her. No, don't do that. One, you could get yourself into a lot of trouble, but second, you're just opening yourself up to the last source of power that she has. I'm talking, of course, about rejection. You need to understand, even if a woman is acting really friendly, that does not necessarily mean that she has any interest in actually connecting with you. Rejection could equally be her motivation because that is an extremely powerful experience for her. Any man who hits on her or confesses feelings or asks her out on a date, he has confessed something that he wants from her. He has been vulnerable. He's exposed himself to some degree and then placed the outcome in her hands. And when she rejects him, she asserts a kind of dominance over him. She's now in control of their dynamic because it's clear, it's been stated, you want me, but you don't get to have me. This isn't always conscious from women, but nonetheless, it's absolutely real. There are many women who feel a real rush from being desired and then getting to say no. It's a status move, like flexing over a weaker opponent. I feel so sorry for the men who fall for this. Like, there's a woman at work and she flirts with him for hours and he thinks, oh, this is great. And so he asks her out and then suddenly she's acting all shocked, like he's violated her or something. Like, oh, that's completely inappropriate. And the guy's screwed and he's confused. He doesn't know what the hell just happened. Or like she's dressing really revealingly, like clearly inviting attention. And so he comments on her body only to be made to feel like he's some kind of creep or pervert. Or even just these women on Instagram, their social media, and they post all this like really revealing stuff. But like the men who are like, oh, wow, so hot, so sexy. She's like, oh, such creeps in my comment section. Understand these are power plays. Her rejection of men enhances her social status. Like, hey, look at all these men I turned down. That's how desirable I am. So how do we deal with this? Like, if this is a real phenomenon, how are you as a man meant to respond? A lot of men, they feel angry, but they don't know where to direct that energy, or they feel ashamed and they just go into like silence and self-criticism, or they become numb, like they just withdraw completely. None of these are good because they're still reinforcing her power. All of those, they're just reactions, but she's the one that you're reacting to. What I want to spend the rest of this video video talking about is how to step out of that paradigm. Get out of the trap, be proactive, and take ownership of your own responses. She wants to draw you into some kind of weird power play. No, you reclaim your independence, you become more powerful than her, and in so doing, you become emotionally untouchable. That's what I want to talk about. If you want to see that, then please come over and join me on Patreon. What I post here on YouTube, that's mostly analyzing like the female psychology, but that's only half of the story. If you want to understand yourself and the male psychology, go into this with a lot more depth and nuance, then come and join me on Patreon. If you watched my video all the way to the end, then you're the kind of person who likes to go deep with this information. Trust me, you're going to love the Patreon. And finally, as a reminder to everybody, if you're interested in using my custom GPT, an AI that mimics the perspectives and beliefs of Alexander Grace, you can try it out right now. It's completely free. Just click on the link in the description box below.